No one should have to work an hour of work to only be able to afford 1 gallon of gas.
Listen, I don't care what the internet says. Split the bill. Because
rent, gas, groceries. I need relief right now.
Like groceries, daycare, mortgage, car payments, astronomical. It is out of control.
This system is going to get to a point, it's going to break.
Because the people who are living within America can't even afford to keep their lives afloat. You understand?
Here's Zoran Mamdani from New York telling us what it is.
Grocery prices are out of control.
Gas just hit $5 for regular, the cheapest gas station, and rent is $2,000 minimum for a 1-bedroom apartment.
What do you mean stop complaining? You mean pointing out the numbers in our broken system that back in 1980 adjusted for inflation?
I'm 39 years old and I have zero savings for retirement. And
First of the month or a bill is due. I'm done paying rent and utilities.
Government programs and things that are supposed to be set up for the people are now being privatized.
4.5 million Americans are no longer receiving benefits.
I live in a box truck. She has heater. She has an air conditioner. She has a toilet. She has a shower. She has mobile Wi-Fi.
Cost of living in America is far too high.
Groceries are up. Rent is up, bills are up. For millions of Americans, the paycheck simply isn't keeping up anymore. And if you are one of those who's been working, hustling, grinding every single day nonstop, drop a comment and make sure you subscribe if you are new here. Comment, share, like, and let's check out this video.
Renter Nation, stand up. Renter Nation, stand up. That's going right down. You think I'm keeping that in a separate container, dude? Right down the sink, dude. Shout out to never owning a home.
One of the ways that the system can keep people down is by making everything so expensive that nobody can afford anything. Let's look at what happened at the CVS today. Oh, and by the way, all I bought was a bag of popcorn and a lip balm, and that was $7. So here I am at CVS, and $9 for a box of Cheerios. Really? Like, are you fucking kidding me? That is insane. But then, like, if we come right over here, like, the regular Cheerios are now $2. So, oh my God, what? I don't get it. $4. $4 for 1.5 ounces, 3 pieces of chocolate. That's $1 a piece for chocolate. $18 for deodorant. $10 for deodorant. If the economy keeps up like this, there's going to be a lot of people who are probably going to be smelly. Hey, need some new underwear? I mean, it's only $16 for 5 pairs. What about socks? 3 pairs for basically $9, so $3 a pair.
Minimum wage should not be the same price as 1 gallon of gas. No one should have to work an hour of work to only be able to afford 1 gallon of gas. Stop telling people to choose a better job. You didn't have to choose a better job back then. Minimum wage was set in place so that people will be able to work full time and take care of their home, have food, have transportation, and apparently be able to go on a couple of vacations, because that's what they was able to do back then. So that means you need to work about 14 hours to be able to put a tank of gas in your car to be able to get to the job. We're not even talking about living expenses. We're not talking about food. We're not talking about you have children, you have a family. There's no reason people should have full-time jobs and be sleeping in their car because they cannot afford to pay the rent that is ridiculously high right now. I can't even imagine being a college student and needing to pay for an apartment and splitting rent, splitting $2,500, splitting that between 3 people. No college student should have to do that. Really and truly, no adult should be paying $2,500 for an average apartment that was $1,250 6 years ago.
listen, I don't care what the internet says. Split the bill. Because let's be real, the cost of living keeps rising every single year. Netflix is up, utilities are up, clothes, food, insurance, car notes, all up. Everybody online talking about a real man should pay for everything, or a woman shouldn't have to touch a bill. Nah, because reality don't work like that anymore. This ain't 1995. This ain't even early 2000s. Life's expensive now. And if we both live here, we both got to contribute. Periods. With a T. So I'm asking y'all, is splitting the bills the smart move? Or do you still believe one person should carry it all? What do y'all think? Try your thoughts in the comments below.
If you're working full-time but still find yourself just one missed paycheck away from catastrophe, it's not your fault. If you work full-time and still struggle to get adequate health care for your kids, to find stable housing, to put consistent food on the table, then you're not just being exploited as a worker, you're being abused by your corporation. You're being treated so inhumanely. You deserve better. But bigger than that is that your exploitation means that the rest of us, American workers, have to subsidize your company so they can continue to abuse you. Let me explain what I mean, because I think Walmart is one of the greatest examples we have in America to illustrate this. Walmart is the largest private employer in the United States, and they're also one of the wealthiest corporations in the world. So the question is, why do so many of Walmart's workers have to rely on food assistance programs to put enough food on the table? The answer is clear. Walmart is not paying their workers enough to eat. Now, you could probably guess quite easily where Walmart's workers are using their food assistance vouchers, and it's at Walmart, who is the biggest beneficiary of the United States Food Assistance Program. What all this means is that because Walmart refuses to pay their workers enough to eat, they double dip in profit taking. The first time when they pay Sal $9.50 an hour and may take home $100 off of her labor. And then when Sal can't feed her kids enough food because she's not getting paid enough, she joins SNAP. And then she takes taxpayer dollars from the government and spends it at Walmart again, twice the profits. This is what we mean when we say that corporations privatize the profits and socialize the costs. Americans, the people, the working class, have to pay increased tax burdens for these social programs like SNAP to subsidize the labor costs of a billion-dollar company. This is just how the economic system of America works. This is just capitalism. It incentivizes companies like Walmart to exploit their workers so much they're fucking starving and struggling to put food on the table. It incentivizes corporations and billionaires to make sure our government socializes the cost of not paying your workers enough to eat, not paying your workers enough to have healthcare, not paying your workers enough to have stable housing. Obviously, this is just one way that Walmart is exploiting human beings and abusing them. Obviously, this is just one example of the way U.S. corporations are socializing the costs. Another example we can look at quickly is climate change. Corporations are responsible for the majority of the destruction of our environment, over 90%, and yet it is you, the working class American in California, who has to pay a plastic tax every time you want to use a bag at the supermarket. Do corporations, do billionaires have to pay that tax? No. They've socialized the costs of destroying your beautiful earth onto you and the rest of the people like you. The same message that gets reinforced again and again to these corporations and these billionaires, like when Obama bailed out the banks, is that they can keep doing whatever they want. They can destroy people. They can destroy their families. They can destroy the environment. At the end of the day, the government and the people will be forced to foot the bill. That is the problem with our system. And that's why we need a new system. That's why I advocate for getting rid of the capitalist system. So, if you align with that, if you want to support my work, if you think this message is important and it resonates with you, then share and follow me. And you can support me through the link in my bio. Thank you.
Every time you turn around, it's either Monday, the first of the month, or a bill is due. I'm done paying rent and utilities. I'm just going to move into the church. That is my father's home, and I'm going to move into it. And you want to talk about being the best type of Nepo baby there is? Oh, okay.
I'm 39 years old and I have zero savings for retirement. And I don't know when I'm going to be able to start saving because my bills cost more than my paycheck. We're working 60 plus years, and we retire broke. I'm seeing videos of 80-year-olds that are too old to work, but too poor to retire. Name one person you know that's gotten wealthy throughout all their years of working. Just really think about it. Did your grandparents get wealthy from working? Are your parents wealthy from working? Are you wealthy yet from working? And my grandparents had to choose between prescriptions and food. I remember that before they passed away. I remember them having to make those choices. I know people who worked their whole life and they retired poor. They didn't get to retire because they were poor. They were too poor to retire. I don't know anybody, or I haven't personally met anybody who's created wealth from working their whole life. Let me name some people you know, because I don't know anybody.
Can we all just admit that having a good job does not mean you're financially stable anymore? Like, I don't think that most families have an income problem. I think we just have a cost of living problem, like groceries, daycare, mortgage, car payments, astronomical. It is out of control. I think people now are making more than ever before, but our cost of living has gone up so much and our income just hasn't kept up with it. And the hardest part isn't even the bills. It's like the guilt that comes with having to say no to your kids for a vacation. Just that pit that you get when you have to look at your account before you swipe your card to do groceries. That feeling just sucks. A feeling of working so hard and yet you always feel like you're behind. It is just something that I'm not okay with anymore. That's why I'm learning how to build another income stream, not because I hate my job. I actually love my job, but because I love my family more than I'm willing to just stay stuck. I'm very publicly going on this journey. If you want to come along with me, you can go ahead and follow. Even if I feel cringe or embarrassed, I am going to do this and there is no one that can tell me no.
What do you mean stop complaining? You mean pointing out the numbers in our broken system? That back in 1980, adjusted for inflation, employee-sponsored healthcare was only $9,200, $2,500 in their money, but adjusted for inflation, $9,200, and now today in 2026, it's $27,000? It increased by 191%. College, in-state, tuition and fees for 1 year, adjusted for inflation, $2,400 back in 1980. Today, nearly $12,000 for a 400% increase. Housing, the average house was $50,000, adjusted for inflation, $202,000. It went up 100%. And our wages, do you want to guess what our wages did in the same 46 years? 30%. I don't know any other statistic. How much worse would this have to be for you to stop calling us complainers? Do you not see what a fucking ripoff this is and what a failed system or failed leadership we have had over 46 years to allow the three most important aspects of our life to go up this much and wages not? And this doesn't include fucking daycare. This doesn't include groceries. This doesn't include gas.
I wonder if anyone in the younger generations is going to ever be able to afford a home in the United States. Gas just hit $5 for regular at the cheapest gas station, and rent is $2,000 minimum for a one-bedroom apartment. Everyone I know my age is either living with family or they're in college. I am curious what's going to happen with an entire generation who can't afford homes and can barely afford rent.
There's somebody on here talking about $1,700 rent ain't that bad. You shitting me? $1,700 for an apartment? Damn, $1,700, that shit horrible shit.
Now, why would my landlord sit here and put this note on my door like this? I don't know what they trying to say, but this look like a death note, and
I don't give a damn if you're a top, bottom, fucking verse. Can you afford groceries? Can you pay your rent? Do you have good credit? Do you have a job? Wait, you have a job?
And to the lady that asked me how was I gonna be able to pay her rent and feed my children, here I am 3 months later in our new home with a house full of groceries. You can't hardly see in my freezer, it's dark, but yeah, a house full of groceries.
I'm a broke bitch, and I can't go far, cause you know I can't afford it anyway. Can't rely on my own damn money. I'm so broke that it's not funny.
So if you guys haven't realized what the actual plot is, I feel bad for you. Because this man is destabilizing our economy. Yep. The dollar is falling. We're losing allies. Our job market is trash. More and more companies are filing for bankruptcy. More and more of government programs and things that are supposed to be set up for the people are now being privatized. And you know what happens when everything is privatized? One, there's hard to find out who's accountable because all these LLCs are in these anonymous names and stuff like that. In private equity, they're destroying hospitals. They're destroying nursing homes. They're destroying schools. Hell, most of the bridges and stuff like that are not even by the Army Corps anymore. It's now by these random corporations that accidents happen. Like there was a bridge that fell in like Detroit or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know y'all will. But instead of making America great, he has made America desperate. He has made America poor. He's made America sick. He's pitted America against each other. Remember what Winston Churchill said, y'all? Tell me what y'all think about this, because I honestly feel like he destabilized our whole economy. He weakened it and started selling us off to the highest bidder. Prove me wrong. Argue about it in the comments. What's up, Riri? I know you watching.
Okay, rent is due in one more day, and we need $820. But we have made $762 this week, so we only have $58 to go, guys. We can do this! All right, I got my first order from the house. It's $28, and it's only 8 items, 12 units, so let's go. Some pepper. 2 of these. For these? Well, the main thing they ordered was batteries, and they have, like, barely any freaking batteries. They don't even have AA at all. Oh, that's ridiculous. I already asked them too, and they said they don't have any other batteries, so. I went back and asked them again because, like, I'm gonna lose all the money off this order if I refund that item. So I begged the cashier to just ask somebody else to see if they had batteries. And the girl was literally at the customer service packaging the batteries. Let's install 20. One of these. All right, last item. Here's the order. That's A, that's B, plus the batteries, which they're having up front for me. It took like 10 minutes because I had the whole battery fiasco, but we're checking out. It's 3 minutes to the first delivery. First delivery done, 7 minutes to the second delivery. Dang, I thought I calculated it right so I wouldn't lose any tips. It's on the replacements, but I still lost $2. But I still got $26 in that order, and it didn't take that long. So let's keep going. Okay, we waited almost an hour at Costco, but we got our first order. It's $44, so we're in a good place. It's a good amount of stuff, but I should be able to do it with one cart. I need one set of plain bagels, everything. Some baguettes. Oh. 2 of these. 2 waters. 2 of these. Okay. 1 of these. No. These. Close to done. Okay, we have 3 packages of bread. These. Last item. Here's the order. This is all one. Top and bottom is the second. Took about 30 minutes, so let's check out. Okay, packed up. That was kind of freaking hard. First drop-off's 12 minutes away. First delivery done, second delivery is just around the corner, 3 minutes. I got done with both those deliveries. It did go down by like $1, so I have $69 and change. We made rent, so that's great. Woo! I'm gonna try to get one more order in, see if there's anything else out there. I'm like 7 minutes away from Costco and I got another order. It's $23, but it's only 14 items, so that's why I did it. It should put me at like $93 or something like that, so we're gonna do that. Okay, I had to go pee, so I'm working the store a little bit backwards. All right, these guys. All right, last item. All right, here's the order. This is A, top and bottom are B. Took about 15 minutes, so let's check out. Okay, packed up. So make these deliveries. First delivery is 7 minutes away. First delivery done, second delivery is 12 minutes away. Yeah, all right, we're done. We made rent, and our last order tipped us an extra $10, and this order went up by a couple dollars, so we made it to 105. Woo! It's been a good short day, so I'm gonna go home now, call it a month, take tomorrow off, and we'll pick back up next month. See you then.
In the past year, 4.5 million Americans are no longer receiving benefits for food. And let's remember, this is an average of about $6 per day for food assistance. We keep confusing eligibility with need. So yeah, the government can change a rule overnight, but that doesn't change what groceries cost, that doesn't change what someone's earning, and that doesn't change what child might be hungry. Fewer people receiving food benefits does not mean fewer people are in need. Eligibility is a policy choice, and need is real life.
So I live in a box truck. She has heater. She has an air conditioner. She has a toilet. She has a shower. She has mobile Wi-Fi. Stop assuming I live bumly because I live mobily. Like, no, this is Big Bertha. I bought a moving van off of Facebook Marketplace, and I turned her into an RV. Now, the government's going to be mad about what I'm about to tell y'all, but I'm about to tell you how y'all can live 100% rent-free. 100% rent-free if you guys just do the research. And it's only about technically less than an hour's worth of research once every 2 weeks. So for you to do 2 hours of research a month you could live rent free. You're gonna have to do some driving, but how much how much transportation time are you gaining by not having to go to and from work every day? Okay, so it doesn't matter what kind of vehicle you're living in. Does not matter what kind of vehicle you're living in. So I'm gonna tell you, fuck the East Coast. Fuck the East Coast. Yes, there are places on the East Coast that you could boondock for 2 weeks, no problem. But they're far and few in between. The East Coast and the Midwest. I haven't really done Midwest in my truck. Midwest, I'm in Ohio because that's where my dad's family's from. So I don't have to boondock in Ohio or Midwest. Like this is what you're gonna do. First of all, did you know there's beaches in Texas? I was just like, how did we miss that in school? I knew all about Florida beaches, in Myrtle Beach, in California beaches. Didn't think about there's beaches in Texas. There are several beaches in Texas that they'll let you park completely free for 2 weeks at a time. Like I said, you just have to do the research. There's some that'll make you pay $10, but we're talking about free. So yeah, there's several beaches that'll let you park completely free. I'm not telling you to park at the truck stop. I'm not telling you to park at Cracker Barrel. I'm not telling you to park at Home Depot, even though I do. I'm telling you the places where you can stay 2 weeks at a time. Because some people are like, oh my goodness, if I had to move every 3 to 5 days, that's just too much. But you go to work 5 days a week. Like, no, I'm showing you how you only have to move twice a month. So fuck what they were talking about. You're not a beachy person. It's okay. Trust me. There are many of other places in this country where you can park for free. If you're a veteran, you can get the America the Beautiful pass for free. But for the rest of us people who aren't veterans, BLM Land, Bureau of Land Management. So Quartzsite, Arizona, they're known for snowbirds. Like, so many people don't live there in the normal time of the year, but during the winter, it's flooded with RVers and van lifers. It is the hub. It is the capital of the country where van lifers meet up, because that whole town was made for us. Like, there are plenty of places, and I'm not just saying Quartzsite, Arizona. There are many of places where you can stay for 2 weeks. 2 weeks for free. You don't even have to register on most of them. Like, and some of them you don't even have to register. You just get there and you fill out the paperwork. Like, I'm here. I'm here. Here's my 2 week. And some of them you don't even have to do that. I stayed in Quartzsite, Arizona for 2 weeks, and then I stayed in Bureau of Land Management. What was it? Lake Havasu. There are several camping. It's just open land. There's no facilities. There's no hookup. It's just land. It's government-owned land that they allow you to live on for free. And so many people are living in their vehicles. You can live in your vehicle. You can live in your tent. They don't give a fuck. You just get 2 weeks there and then relocate for another 2 weeks. And then just relocate for another 2 weeks. They just don't want people living there and just moving in and say, this is where I live permanently. They're not down with that. They just allow you 2 weeks. Bureau of Land Management. It's all like, there's some throughout the country, small, sporadically, but the West Coast is where it's at. Like, Arizona, I say plenty of places. California, I haven't done it in California or in Nevada yet, but they're like I said, I've stayed in my van in California. No, not in California. But I've stayed in my vehicle. I stayed in a Ford Fusion in California. Slept on plenty of beaches in the parking lots. They didn't care as long. There were lots of us, but they're cracking down in San Diego. But like I said, Bureau of Land Management, and what was the other place I said? Either way, pay attention to the video. Like, I forget, I'm so ADHD, but I told y'all how to live 100% free of rent. You just have to do some research. And if you're no longer putting in 40 hours or more a week, you doing 2 hours a week of research a month is definitely worth your time. And for all you people who are like, how do you work? Find your remote job. Get you a job where you could just do deliveries. Do you know I DoorDash? I DoorDash all across the country. That's why I tell everybody, get you a SUV in a trailer. You can park the trailer at Walmart during the day and go do DoorDash all through the night or all during the day or whatever. Figure the shit out. Get you a remote job. Become a TikTok content creator. And it's hilarious. Every person's asked me, how do I become a TikTok content creator? They're not even creating content. You have to make entertaining videos that people want to watch. It's really that simple. All you have to do is just put videos up every day that you'd actually want to watch. If you're not going to watch your own shit, why would somebody else watch your own shit? I'm my number one fan. I watch most of my videos so much that the moment I hear the 2 seconds of the video, I'm like, I can recite the rest of it word for word. So yeah, that's how you live 100% rent-free here in America in a vehicle or a tent. Like I said, you just have to be able, if you're in a tent, have fun traveling. I've hitchhiked. I lived out of a book bag for 3 months at a point in time. Like the things you do. But yeah, it's possible. It's possible to live fucking rent-free. Fuck what the government tells you. You don't have to pay to be alive.
The cost of living in America is far too high. The Trump tariffs are adding thousands of dollars of additional expenses to everyday Americans. Right now, rents out of control. Right now, housing prices out of control. Right now, electricity bills skyrocketing. Right now, grocery costs out of control. Right now. And because of the Republican refusal to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits, as Marjorie Taylor Greene herself has acknowledged, tens of millions of people are about to experience dramatically increased health insurance costs. How is that acceptable in the wealthiest country in the history of the world? It's not.
I went to school, got the job, had the kid. Rent, gas, groceries, I need relief right now. I couponed and I pray just to keep the lights lit. Bills, debt, bigger fees, I need a break right now. I budget, I hustle, I barely sit down. They say I should save with what and how? Food, gas, baby wipes, I need support right now. My paycheck is a joke and the raise is small. Hope, grit, burnout, I need a life right now. But boomers still ask why I can't have it all. Rent, gas, groceries, I need relief right now.
The Great Reset is coming. Things are falling apart. There are not enough jobs for everybody. The jobs are not paying enough for people to cover their bills. Rent is way too high. Groceries are way too high. It's going to break. The system is going to get to a point. It's going to break. What's going to happen when people can't find jobs because it's being overtaken by AI? The people's jobs can't pay for the bills that they have. What's going to happen when 100,000 people can't pay their electric bill? 100,000 people can't pay their rent that month. What is going to happen? Things are going to crumble. That's what I'm waiting for. I can just tell. Things can't keep getting worse and worse and worse. It just keeps getting more broken. Eventually, it's going to break. I can feel the shift, the energy, that something is going to change. Can you feel that too? Things can't keep going on the way that they've been going. It can't. I can just feel it. Energy. Something is going to change. We're on the brink. The tipping point.
You do know there is no recession indicator. Donald Trump has made more money in his presidency than any other president in history. On top of that, they ran out of money because of the construction and war that's going on, that they had to go back and ask for more money, forgetting that they got denied. And on top of that, America is broke because not only did Elon Musk steal our information database, and on top of that, a significant amount of money and fled to the UK, but outside of that, we can't afford to keep America afloat because the people who are living within America can't even afford to keep their lives afloat. You understand? We can't afford homes. We can't afford apartment buildings. We can't afford gas. We can't afford cars. People are now not being able to afford public transportation. But you guys want to come on here and make jokes about a recession indicator as them having energy drinks and them having a different cup and them No, sweetheart. We're here. People have been stretching $20 for 3 weeks. Damn near I have been doing that. We are in a recession, and you all trying to act as if we make a joke or we look elsewhere, we're not struggling as bad is the reason as to why people are just choosing not to look up.
When MAGA loses Fox News, you know they're fucked. costs are going to continue to go up because affordability is a big issue for American consumers. I was just at the grocery store this morning. There were 2 steaks. Yeah. It was $33 for 2 steaks at the grocery store. And these weren't fancy steaks. They were just $32.
I gotta say, in a world where grocery prices keep going up and life is so fucking unaffordable, I saw this press release. Here in Atlanta, the first municipal grocery store opened. And if you don't know what a municipal grocery store is, here's Zoran Mamdani from New York telling us what it is.
Grocery prices are out of control. Some stores are even using dynamic pricing, jacking up the cost over the course of a day depending on what they can get away with. It doesn't need to be this way. I'm Zohran Mamdani, and as mayor, I will create a network of city-owned grocery stores. It's like a public option for produce.
Basically, city-owned grocery stores that could be put in a place where there could be food deserts and also in places where they can revitalize the economy of those areas. Matter of fact, the municipal-owned grocery store in Atlanta is slated to serve more than 5,500 people per month and is estimated to have a total economic impact of $6 million a year for that community. So I decided to pull up to the Azalea Fresh Market here in Atlanta to see exactly what it was giving. This is a municipal-owned grocery store. They get a bad rap, but what does it look like on the inside? Is it clean? Do you have good produce? Do you have fresh food? You judge for yourself. I was there and I can tell you that everything was fresh. Now, the question was, are the prices pricing the way that they need the motherfucking price? I just don't know where you'll pay $1.85 for a quart of milk. If you don't drink fat-free, you can get the whole fat milk for $2.39 or 2% for $2.19. When we talk about necessities, we also talk about bread. I don't know where you're going to find $1.95 for bread. And it's not just a grocery store that you can get fresh food for low prices. As a matter of fact, it's 2 floors. On the second floor, there is a seating area where you can sit down and actually enjoy an array of delicious prepared food, hand-rolled sushi from Atlanta's High Roller Sushi, and an in-store coffee shop by locally owned Dope Coffee. Municipal-owned grocery stores for the motherfucking win.
And so gaslighting the people and trying to tell them that prices have come down is not helping. It's actually infuriating people because people know what they're paying at the grocery store. They know what they're paying for their kids' clothes and school supplies. They know what they're paying for their electricity bills. And so that approach does not work. We need compassion, and show that we care about the American people and show that we are in the trenches with them on what they're going through. That's first and foremost. You don't gaslight them, you don't lecture them, and you don't deny what's happening.
I will never stand how people can have habits that they cannot afford. Like, what do you mean you didn't pay your rent, your car's on E, and you have no food because you needed a sesh, you needed a ciggy, a vape, you needed to get drunk? The fuck? But here's the real gag. It's when they message you, I'm just seeing if you have $20 until tonight. Fuck no. Why would you even ask me that? It's nearly tonight. Wait till then. Just because I have savings, that does not make it your emergency money. Get your fucking priorities straight and get it together. Fuck.
Let's go get this money. What's up, bro? What? That's your paycheck? Let me see it. Why do you want to see my check? Let me see it, bro. Bro, here. All right, cool. You just wanted to look at it? Go on. Okay. Weird. Hey, yo, hey, come here. I want half. Dude, get away from me. Give me half of it right now. Really? Appreciate it. God almighty, half of my damn. What's up, bro? Hey, come here. Give me some of that. Bro, what? Yeah, you just got paid, didn't you? Jesus. Appreciate it, Bubba. God. Payday! Come here. Hey, dang, here. Appreciate you. God, 100. What's up, buddy? Bro, what are you doing? Let's go to the store. Oh, my God. You can have that back. This is crazy. Come on, let's go to the store. Oh, boy. Man, it's rough out here, ain't it?
I'm an American. I bleed red, white, and blue because something is wrong with me, but I can't afford the copay to see my doctor. Americans pay twice what peer nations pay for health insurance, but we get worse outcomes. That's why I support Medicare for All. Cover everyone, cut the billing bureaucracy, and let doctors focus on saving lives. That was Oliver Larkin, and Google searches for his name have surged 5,000% because he is a Democratic socialist in Florida who might unseat a centrist Democrat in Congress on Tuesday. His Fox News clips have been going extremely viral. He's the one who called Trump a pedophile on live air on Fox News, and the host panicked and cut off the interview. And he is surging with just 2 days left till Tuesday. In just a 2-hour period, volunteers like you made over 125,000 phone calls about him to people in his district. We were canvassing at the same time as this phone bank, and people were literally answering the door and saying they had just got off the phone with another volunteer. Here's Oliver explaining how important it is if he wins.
So often the rest of the nation looks at Florida and says, oh, look at them down there. Let's play the Bugs Bunny gif of sawing it off the map. We know that when we win in South Florida, we show, as Mayor Zoran Mamdani says, that Democratic Socialists can win any office in any state, in any district across the United States of America.
If you want to join the volunteers blowing it out of the water from anywhere you live in the country, go to the LINK in my bio and click volunteer for Oliver's campaign. Please share these videos far and wide because name recognition is going to be the most important thing for him right now. This is going to be a tight race, but he is surging and it will be absolutely historic if DSA has a Florida win. I will see you tomorrow to yap about this more.
While the mayor of New York is freezing rent increases, the mayor of Atlanta, Andre Dickens, has put a stop to the building of storage units because they are, in fact, everywhere. Love that.
I'm sitting in my car thinking about this trip to Indianapolis. It's 55 miles away from home, and it's kind of pissing me off because it's the only dentist that's in my network for my insurance. It's 55 miles away. It's 110 miles round trip. So I was looking at my bank statements from last year and the year before, and I'm paying about 40% more higher grocery bills. Still one person living alone, eating the same food. So that'll tell you right there that groceries are 40% higher than they were 18 months ago. My co-pays for doctor visits and pharmaceuticals have tripled. Oh God, my insurance premiums have doubled. And let's just face it, I'm a 50-year-old man who has had to sell my 401, my Roth, my retirement, and my life insurance just to survive. Are we great yet? Because let's talk about the 1% minority group that is destroying everything in this country for the regular people like you and me. And that's the billionaire Epstein class.
You feel like life is shit right now and everything is so expensive. I just want to let you know that it's all intentional. It's all part of billionaires' plans to see how much exploitation we can take, how much they could raise rent, how much they could raise groceries, how little they could pay us before we revolt. They do not give a fuck if stuff is affordable for us, if stuff is comfortable for us. They just want to see how much money we're willing to put down without making a ruckus, how much profit they can make. That is what they care about. So if you think for a second that an immigrant is the reason that you can't afford a house or get a job, or that a billionaire actually gives a fuck about you, you need to wake up.
Everything is so expensive. I literally have a panic attack anytime something breaks or something goes wrong. This chocolate, okay, I went into one of those stupid American grocery stores that don't have the prices listed, but I needed things like urgently. So, and I got everything I needed. This was extra. And I was like, you know, it's fine. I just want a little snack. And I got this. I was like, how expensive could it be? $10. $10. This was the most expensive thing on my list. Everything else was $5 and under. Everything else that I needed. And I've been eating it so slowly since because it messed up my whole budget that day. This umbrella. Umbrellas are so expensive. For what reason? It's just a way to protect you from the rain. I thought I broke this today. I started crying. I mean, I didn't actually cry, but I wanted to cry. I wanted to die. I was like, my God, like, can't afford another umbrella. Like, so expensive. Didn't break though. The button started working again. God heard my cries of help. Because I started messaging my family. I'm like, how do you close this stupid umbrella? Like,